February 9th, 2012. First item on the agenda, salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, approval of the agenda.
I make a motion we approve the agenda as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Approval of minutes of the last meeting?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the last meeting as written.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Old business, having none. New business, Carl Davis regarding the Hobbs property. If you would come up here, please. Thanks.
With this letter to the selectmen first. We're here to seek tax exemption on the Hobbs property, Three Rivers Land Trust. Explains a little bit in the letter there why, and we are a 501c3, not required to pay taxes. It will eventually, property will have public access, different community involvement and things like that.
What is there, just a right-of-way off of 109 to get in there, or do you have frontage? I mean, Fox's Ridge? No, do you have a lot of
There
frontage
is frontage on Fox's Ridge. It's 135 feet,
Oh, okay.
right next to the old Hobbs farm. And then there's another 35 feet, between a couple of houses, and then there's 275 feet, I think, beyond David Hall's house.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of divided, the frontage is, kind of split up as lots were sold off over time. Yeah.
What do we have to do to exempt it? It has to go before the town?
No, it doesn't go before the town. You'll have to look at your law book to see what agencies are exempt.
Okay, is there an application that they have to fill out, or just a letter asking for it is enough?
You'll have to check it out.
Okay. All right, so we'll look into it and find
Okay.
out exactly what we need
Okay.
to do.
Yep.
And we'll bring it back up at our next meeting after we have the information that we need.
Okay.
We'll get in touch with MMA and stuff
Okay.
like that. And
Yep.
because having not done the process, do you know have you been involved in doing one with Acton before?
Not with Acton.
Not with Mary Grant?
We didn't own it. Town owns it.
Okay.
We have done it in other towns. We've done this. We do own property in Lebanon, and we own property in Shapley. So
What was the process?
we went before the selectmen. What we did in both of those towns was ask if we could make a contribution of $100 a year for the time being, and in the future, if the land trust becomes, a little more solvent, then we'd make more of a contribution.
Is the theory that you are tax exempt by state statute, so asking us for an exemption is simply a politeness? That it's kind of like a church, that the church has the right to be tax exempt, and we grant that in kind of it's a courtesy to ask, but it's allowed by state going
It is allowed by state statute, yes, yeah. So, but we like to work with the towns. I mean, we're not, we're going to be part of the town, obviously. We own land in the town, so we want to start a rapport, and we are going to lease part of that property out with on a 5-year basis, no money, but to bring the fields back to working fields. Some of them are in pretty tough shape.
To be farmed?
To be farmed.
Nice.
Yeah, so eventually there'll be approximately 35 acres of working field there. The forest, part of it, will get a forest management plan done. We're in the process of working on that. We're also in the process of working on getting public access to it so that we can put trails in and things like that. So it's going to take time, but, we're getting things in place.
That was cut pretty hard, though, wasn't it?
It was cut pretty hard, yep, back probably 6 or 7 years ago now. A high-end cut. They took the good pine and the good oak. There's still some big trees on it, but the valuable trees are gone. They didn't strip it by any means.
Oh, that's good.
No, there's some big hemlock, there's big red maple, trees that don't have a lot of value, but they're big trees, so that's nice. They're good for the habitat, and of course, it has a lot of frontage on the wetland
Yep.
down there, which is really, when you hike in there, it's pretty stunning to see that wetland. And So it has a lot of possibilities for the community, there's no question, in the future. No question. Yeah.
Sounds good. So
Okay.
as soon as we know, we'll let you know.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, sign a quitclaim deed for Sandra Ryan.
Make a motion that we sign the quitclaim deed for Sandra Ryan.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. And we just need one witness for this, right? That's what we find, one witness can sign.
Can we get a witness?
Somebody want to come up and be a witness to a quitclaim deed?
Borrow a pen.
Oop, there you go.
I had it in hand and I left it. Thanks for stepping forward. The choices were slim. Lorraine,
Or we could go get Jennifer out of her office.
but you're just going to witness all three of our signatures. Not make the mistake that I did of having three separate people witness our signatures. Can you, three lines?
One beside each
Yep.
signature.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you very much. All right, next item is the PACE ordinance. We've been notified about this main PACE program. It's efficiency main that offers the residents of towns that adopt this ordinance a loan for upgrading their home for energy efficiency, whether it be insulation, windows, new heating system. It's an a loan of $6,500 for $6,500 to $15,000, and it's on a 15-year payback, and the payments for $8,500 are about $59 a month. So if somebody wanted to go in and change all their windows in their house or put in a new boiler system, they can get this money at a very low interest rate and a long term to pay back. And all we have to do is have the town approve the ordinance. So we thought we'd mention it tonight because it is our intention to put it on the warrant for June, and then have the town decide whether we want to get involved in it or not. Almost, probably 90% of the towns in York County have already approved this ordinance, and they gave us the ordinance to go with it. So we will put it forward, and if anybody wants to find out more about it, Lorraine will have all the information in her office. You can go in and talk to her. And there is also a web page, I believe.
That,
A web page that people can look at it?
Bob Smith today, he was just saying earlier that he saw the advertisement.
Yeah, it was on during the news on it today. It's efficiencymain.com/pace.
Okay. efficiencymain.com/pace. If you want to look that up, and then we will be voting on it in June, and if we adopt it, then folks can go and get cheap loans to make their homes energy efficient. Abatement. All right. To Robert and Helen Goslin. The town of Acton has reviewed the 2011 assessed value of your Acton property. As a result of our review, we have granted an abatement on Acton map and lot 126-018. The reasons for the abatement are the square footage of the basement finish and condition were adjusted after interior inspection of the property. We, the Acton Board of Assessors, have approved a tax abatement for $12,000 in valuation and $131.40 in tax dollars. If you are dissatisfied with our decision and wish to appeal, you have 60 days to appeal to the Acton Board of Assessment Review, P.O. Box 540, Acton, Maine, 04001.
Make a motion that we sign the abatement for Helen and Robert Goslin.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? We're going to sign the yellow sheet too?
Yes.
You want to sign that one? We'll pass them.
And I did put it in my column, this, that week, that this.
The pace?
29th of February is the last time, the abatements will be accepted.
Oh, okay.
And that, you know, the assumption is the assessment's correct, and it's up to the appellant to prove that it's not, if they want to abate.
Yeah, the whole package. All right, anybody have any other business? No? All right, announcements, we still need volunteers for the Cable Committee and one alternate member of the Board of Assessment Review. If you are interested in any of these positions, please get in touch with Lorraine and let her know. We could use some more help. You have anything?
I do. Couple of things. One is that the toddler and preschooler tumbling time and story hour went very well last week. We will be doing it again next week, Wednesday, February 15th at 9:30 a.m. at the Acton Fitness Center. Half an hour of movement together as a group and a half an hour of story time with Mary Waterhouse in the library. So if you have a preschooler or toddler child and you would like to join us, please do. Second thing is that the York County food pantries offer boxes of food based on income. And if you are not in a position to go and fetch that food for yourself, you are able to send a proxy. And I will be acting as proxy for a family in town. I drive past through Alfred a couple times a week. I am happy to do so for other families that are housebound and need help with that. Lorraine has the applications in her office. If you are interested in receiving a monthly box of food to help supplement your food budget for your family, please see Lorraine. Even if you don't want a proxy, if you want to just do it yourself, applications are in Lorraine's office. It's fairly simple to apply, and you can also see what will be in those boxes. But if you do not have the ability to drive yourself to Alfred, please let Lorraine know, and she'll give you a proxy sheet, and we will make sure that that food can get picked up and deposited. Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Thank you, folks.